What do you want to happen to your body when you die? For most of us, we probably expect that we'll be buried. And after we're put in the ground, that'll be the end of the story. Some of you, though, might make that selfless decision to donate your body to science, and that's one of the greatest gifts that you can give society. Cadaver donation enables doctors, nurses, and other medical professionals to learn how the human body works. So the gift of your body can potentially help heal hundreds or thousands of people. But voluntary body donation is a really recent phenomenon. For hundreds of years, the human body was the ultimate taboo, and the idea of cutting into the flesh might be the gravest sin that you could inflict on someone. But doctors and anatomists, all the way from Da Vinci to Fauci, have known that to truly understand the human body, physically exploring it was the only way. So what did they do when they needed bodies to dissect, but cadaver donation wasn't a thing? That's where my research comes in. I'm a bioarchaeologist and forensic anthropologist, which means that I study human remains to understand who individuals were before they died. Specifically, I study the remains that are kept by medical schools and universities after dissections are finished. I live and work in Reykjavik, Iceland, where my dissertation is trying to figure out who the skeletons are that are currently sitting on the shelves of the Icelandic National Medical School. What my research shows is that until very recently, the majority of people used for dissections have come from the most marginalized groups in society. My research on human remains from New York City, for example, shows that white physicians in New York specifically targeted the most racially segregated neighborhoods for bodies. Sometimes these physicians would even bully Black families into handing over their loved one's body for the dissection table. Perhaps most surprisingly, hundreds of thousands of human remains that are still used for teaching and research purposes remain unidentified. This same story of targeting marginalized groups can be seen across the Western world, from Australian colonists raiding the graves of Aboriginal Tasmanians to recent discoveries of the remains of Jewish victims of the Holocaust still being kept in German museums. As we identify more and more of these individuals, it's becoming increasingly clear that our knowledge of how the human body works has oftentimes come from ill-gotten means. But all of this leads us back to that original question. What'll happen to your body when you die? While we all might think we know the answer, our ultimate fate could end up being something very different.